Hey, I'm Rob Freeman, Realtor with Stonehouse Realty. Hopefully you've been watching my channel a while and have learned a little bit about real estate, but today you're going to learn more about me. I'm here with my, as always, videographer Kenneth, and we're going to do 15 questions with Freeman to take a little deeper dive into who I am.
If real estate didn't exist, what career would you be doing instead?
I would, hopefully, if I had the bankroll, be a professional poker player. Failing that, I'd probably figure out a way to travel the world, take pictures, and write about my travels. So some kind of travel vlog. Or I might open a bar on a beach somewhere. One of the two. Maybe both together.
What's the one thing every client should know about you before working with you?
Probably that bad service offends me and I really want to smash it out of the park for them. I come from years in the service industry and I think that's one thing that really sets me apart from some other realtors is that I genuinely care about my clients and I always want to hit a home run.
What's the weirdest experience you've ever had while showing a home?
The weirdest thing I think I've ever come across with clients, we went to show a home and we had been pre-approved for the showing. It was a tenanted property. I always knock loudly and say, "Realtor," especially after this day, because I learned. Nobody seemed to answer us, but it felt like somebody was there. We walked a little further in. I said, "Realtor," no answer. Walked in and a guy jumps off the couch in the living room where he just sort of woke up. Clearly the tenant who clearly had not been informed. "Oh yeah, sorry. And he was, we'll just say impaired on some kind of drug and quickly threw a shirt on. And then I was weird enough, but he then said, "Whatever you do, don't go in that room because my mom's sleeping in there and she's naked." At which point my clients and I decided that was probably not worth showing that.
What's your superpower as a realtor that clients always comment on?
My superpower is that I am super organized. I always tell my clients, you don't panic until you see me panic, and you're never gonna see me panic. Now, below the surface, I might be like the duck, but my clients aren't gonna know that. My job is to make sure the whole transaction is as stress-free as possible for you, and I'll handle everything behind the scenes to just make it simple for you.
What's your go-to hype song when you're driving to a big appointment?
I think my favorite song, especially when I'm in a multiple and win, and all realtors have one, mine would be "Damn It Feels Good to Be a Gangsta." And if you've ever seen Office Space, you'll know the scene. But that plays in my head when I win, for sure.
What's the biggest myth about realtors that you wish people would stop believing?
That we're all shady car salesmen. There's maybe 2% of realtors that give the other 98% of us a bad name. We actually care. We actually work really hard for our clients, the bulk of us by far, and people should trust us.
If you could host a dinner party with 5 people dead or alive, who would they be?
My grandpa, who's passed away, but pretty much my favorite person in the world. I would bring Gary V because I want to pick his brain and I know he'd bring some good wine. And I love how he is with marketing. Tom Brady, you can't not have the GOAT, and I was a Pats fan for a long time. Love his mindset. Be some interesting stories. Dana White from the UFC, both for the personal stories and the business side of it. And last one, Kid Poker, Daniel Negreanu, just so I could pick his brain, get a masterclass in poker. And he's a good Canadian kid.
What do you treat yourself to after closing a deal?
After I close a deal, I take a certain amount and I restock my wine cellar. I take a certain amount and put that into a poker fund. And those are the two kind of non-negotiables I treat myself to.
Dog person or cat person?
I grew up a dog person. I had amazing black lab who made it to almost 15, but I've kind of morphed into a bit of a cat guy. We have 2 cats, Belly and Boots, brother and sister, who look nothing alike, that are pretty awesome. So not quite ready for the responsibility of a dog again yet, one day, but yeah, our cats are pretty cool.
What are the top real estate podcasts that you listen to and would recommend?
There's a few that I listen to on the regular. It's a Good Life. Brian Buffini is probably my favorite. He has amazing guests, really great content, always inspiring, and it's an easy to follow podcast. He makes it pretty entertaining, half an hour at tops, and always great content. The Vancouver Life Real Estate podcast, I appreciate because they really delve into micro and macro economics of Vancouver, Toronto, Canada as a whole, how that impacts Vancouver. And I'm not a number-centric realtor, so they break down the numbers in an easy to follow way, which I really appreciate. Eventually, what happens in Vancouver usually trickles down in some way, but not always direct parallel to the islands. So it's good to know what's going on around us and how it will impact us here. I also really like the Ninja Selling podcast. They have some really good content, some great guests, and another one is the Real Estate Survival Guide. John Shookman, back east in the US, part of the EXP Wolfpack. He's got some really short, punchy, good tips on how to help build your business.
What are some things you always keep in your car for work?
In my trunk at all times, there are zip ties so I can put up signs. There is a flashlight. There is a measuring tape. There is a roll of toilet paper. There are snacks and an umbrella.
What's the grossest thing that you've seen while viewing a home?
I have seen some disgusting things in my 9 years as a realtor. The one that makes me laugh every time, I showed a home for my buyers. The bathroom was straight out of the 1970s. The entire bathroom was carpeted. Fair enough. I don't mean just the floor. There was pink shag carpeting up the toilet seat and all around the toilet. So 40 years worth of God knows what underneath that. And the shag carpeting also went up to the lip of the bathtub. My clients were doing a full reno and kind of knew what they were getting into. He called me as they were doing it and said, I almost puked today because we finally pulled the rug and it was even worse than we thought. So that's probably the top.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I've done a fair bit of traveling and definitely want to do more. African safari is probably my dream trip. Haven't done that yet, and that's always been on the back burner. I would love to go back to Thailand and Bali again. And I've never been to New Zealand, but everyone I know who's been has loved it. So maybe check that out.
What is the best closing gift you've ever given to a client?
I love giving personalized closing gifts. That's something I really take pride in. I've never bought a Cutco knife set. I never will. No shade on those of you who give Cutco knife sets as realtors. Okay, maybe a little. I think hopefully during your time with your clients, you should get to know them a little bit. So my goal as a realtor is always make my clients cry with tears of joy when I give them a closing gift. My all-time favorite, we bought my client the house his grandpa built and that he grew up in as a kid. And by fluke, it happened to be on the market. So long story short, we got it in a multiple offer. I got the original title to the home with his grandpa's name on it. I got the new title, obviously, when they bought it, mounted them professionally in a frame, and that now hangs in their home. He started bawling and showed his mom, who started bawling, and it's good. So I love it. All came full circle for them and things like that are what I try to find something fun for my clients.
And last question, what is the biggest reason someone should choose you as their realtor?
Like I said, I'm gonna smash it out of the park with great service for you. I wish I had $1 for every time people said something like, oh, we've called 8 realtors and you're the first one who's actually called us back. I always say, if you think that's amazing, wait till I actually start working for you. Yeah, I think my service is definitely what sets me apart. Well, that's been 15 questions with Freeman. Thanks for watching. I hope you learned a little bit more about me. We'll see you at the next video. Make sure you like and subscribe below. I try to put out a video a week with new content. So usually it's about real estate. Today it was about me. Hope you liked what you saw, and we'll see you at the next one. Cheers.